of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
Hey, what's that? What day was today? Did I wake up and today is the day? Oh, some say it's silly celebrating yourself, celebrating your team signing a player. But I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
we don't care. Happy Radu Dragusin Day. Happy Dragusin Day to you. Happy Dragusin Day to you. Happy Dragusin Day to you. Happy Dragusin Day to him too. Talk to me nicely every single time. 90 people, and I just kicked this thing off. Y'all ready to talk to Jacob nicely? I know what that means. I thought we were going to be previewing United. Little did I know, today was the day of celebration. And then also, I just want to quickly say, if you were here yesterday, you were privy to a little thing that happened, which I would like to call the manifestation through man bun. I'm working on the title. Someone help me out with the title. But how are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Episode 131 is the episode in which we say hello to Radu Dragusin. I love this guy. Yeah, someone said to me this morning when I woke up, did you even know of him 6 months ago? I said, no, I didn't. But you know who I didn't know 7 months ago as well? Vicario. Guess what? Domination. If we can get anything similar or close to, you'll be all talking to me very, very nicely. But how's everybody doing? Make sure you are hitting that like on your way in if you haven't already, or wait until you're entertained. But I got already a beautiful person who I would like to believe helped manifest this as well. He wasn't here yesterday. I think my ear... Hang on 1 second with me. Or did the music die? What's going on here? Oh, we're back. Oh, this earbud's not dead. The party don't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. No. It is Dragusin Day. All days happy Dragusin Day. I hope those four little words sting the ears of a lot of different people, but I'm here to tell you, today's not about them. No. Today's about you. Today's about me. Today's about we. Happy Dragusin Day. I've got a beautiful guest already in the back, so I'm not going to take long bringing them on out here to say hello to you. I'm in such a good mood. I don't know how you're feeling. Some people are like, team over into this, team over into that. Dragusin these. Hey, I'm Dragusin these nuts all across the playing field today. But before we get into all that, I just got to see how we're doing with the one and only Paul from the Hotspur Hippie.
Hey. Hello, Jacob. Jacob, eh? Who'd have thought little old Tottenham Hotspur beating Bayern, Munich and Napoli, eh?
Who?
Thought, eh?
Who? Bayern who, Nick? Bayern, I don't know you. Bayern, you could miss me.
You know what, man? If Bayern Munich buy Eric Dier for $5 million, Bayern will have spent $105 million for a net goal gain of 0 if they get Dier in. Isn't that fantastic, man?
Little old Tottenham, little old Bayern Munich. It's interesting.
Who are we, man?
Who am I? I have no business being there, they said. But guess who is there? Me. You got to deal with it. You got to like it or love it.
I saw you and Kuva doing your manifesting. I did a little of my own. I did a video yesterday.
Of, what am I doing here? I need to properly welcome in.
I'm trying, man. I mean, I've got scant resources to do.
Let's go ahead. Let's get in. Let's get into it.
Down here.
Let's get into it. What a perfect time for Footy Judge Mo to raid. Yes, we are man-bunning as we speak. You're tuning in live to the man-bunning. We manifested this last night. I said, Dragusin sleeping on it. Everyone right now, you can go back. The tape is there. I ain't got to lie to you. The tape is there. No, I said, guys, everyone, man buns, unite. And guess what? We united. And guess what? In the dreams of Radu Dragusin, guess what he dreamt about? He dreamt about himself and Lily White walking out at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, talking to me nicely, talking to you nicely, talking to we nicely.
So yesterday in a video I did when I was talking about it, I said, look, what I really want is for me when I get home from work and I get my tea ready, I want to check Fabrizio Romano and I want to see, here we go, because I don't want him thinking, I don't want him playing clubs off against each other. And what do you know? As soon as the ding went on my microwave for a lovely fresh meal, there it was. Here we go, man. Here we go. So I've gone triple man bun today. I can't show you the other ones. It's my OnlyFans channel, so, you know.
Go subscribe to the OnlyFans channel. We will put the YouTube channel link. I actually am not privy to the OnlyFans, but congratulations on that business endeavor of yours, Paul. But I will be putting the Hotspur Hippie in the title. Real quick, I do want to acknowledge, big up to Footy Judge Mo, sending the raid on over whilst I was in the middle of man-bunning. So you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. You're very much welcome. But thank you so much, Footy Judge Mo. Love this guy. We will be streaming tomorrow, El Aqua. You know, already know very much.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah indeed, my friend. J. Co. with a $2 super chat says, power of the man bun, it worked. J. Co. was here. J. Co. was privy. Those of you who participated, I want to say a round of applause for you. Can I get the camera to do some kind of emoji? Oh, yeah. Celebrations. Oh, yes. You thought we were done. No. Today is Dragusin Day. You're all going to be talking. Hit me with the doubles now. I need some balloons or something. Anyway, we'll figure that out. I forgot what all the hand signs, notions, all that fun stuff is. But look, Paul, we were just saying, I didn't even celebrate Timo Werner Day.
No.
I didn't celebrate Timo Werner Day, but are we going to make this one holiday? It's like, you know, you have your birthday so close to a national holiday.
So close,
do you just
wasn't it?
Make it one party, or do you
just
celebrate
keep it
all
going?
the above?
Keep it going till May.
Keep the party going till. Look, big up everyone in the chat. There's over 200 people. There was 90 people when I first just started this live off, so that's absolutely crazy. I hope y'all are celebrating Dragusin Day with all your love. But thank you so much, J. Co, for that first super chat of the day. Look, Paul, I think you're in the same camp as me. When it came to Dragusin, did you know of him 6 months ago?
No, God, no. No.
You didn't watch Genoa?
No. Yeah, I had them on. Maybe one of my scouts was onto it, but me personally, I can't say I did. No. But then I didn't know Van der Ven. Apparently, you might have heard of Van der Ven. I mean, I heard a rumor that
You know, some people would say on my platform I shouldn't do this and that because then the club would act this and that way. But you know what? I did say, go out and get Mickey Van der Ven, and we did do that. So maybe I do have the power that they all seem to say that I have. But don't get it twisted, unless you're twisting it up into a man bun, is what I'm going to say.
I'll tell you who I did hear about over 7 months ago, though. Ange Postecoglou. So I'll have that one.
You always have that one up your sleeve.
Players are just cogs.
Well, you know, I've got a lot of things to talk about. I've obviously been bookmarking different things throughout the day, been celebrating, but there's just one overarching question I think I got to ask. And Paul, maybe you can help me out here. Are we bigger than Bayern Munich right now?
We are. It looks like Manchester United.
Oh,
apparently. And Chelsea. I mean, I think it's welcome back to the big table, Tottenham. We've kept your seat vacant for you. We knew you'd be back someday. Enjoy the prawns.
Enjoy the prawns indeed. I'm trying to, you know, I didn't even know what a prawn was a year ago. I'm not going to lie to you.
Shrimp.
You're the one.
Goddamn shrink of the Constitution of the United States is a shrimp.
Look at this fraud, the football corner. He says, why am I not a mod? Literally the first time you've ever chatted in this channel. That's Saad from El Agua. He says, why am I not a mod? Bro, in order to be a mod, you have to be in the chat. But congratulations. I'm proud of you for being here. You did the first part, which is show up. Big up Talking Ball with the $2 super chat. Says plug in their channel there, Talking Ball Call. It's a clickable link. You can go ahead and click that and subscribe to Colin Talking Ball. They are a big supporter of you Spurs of A. Colin is a big supporter of Jacob. So big up Colin. There you are. I love when I hear these words, there you are, I hear it in your voice. I'm going to be honest with you, Saad. But look, this isn't about Saad. This isn't about me. This is about the power of the bun and the power of love, some may say. Now, I heard Mr. Radu Dragusin. I heard that he, I know I'm saying his name wrong. And honestly, much like everyone's name, I don't really, until I meet them and they correct me personally, I may have to.
Dragusin, I think it is.
Yeah, but see, that's just harder to say.
Yeah, but well, you can't say Leicestershire, so
Worcestershire sauce. Is that what you want me to say? Look, there you go. Big up Derek Smith. Big up Shamu. Let me say hello to a few people in the chat before we keep going, because honestly, everything, much like love, is happening so fast. Right, Paul? I wake up this morning. Look, I went to bed with the thought someone had sent, I think it was Nate, my other Australian friend, had sent me a thing on Reddit, which they were saying that Spurs pilot company, whatever we use to charter planes, has said, all right, in Milan, you got to fly from Milan to Genoa. They were getting that going when it was about 4 or 5 a.m. UK time, and it was a nighttime for me. And I was like, oh shit, we're telling our people in Milan, fire up the jets, baby, get them engines roaring.
Chocks away.
And we went and we scooped them. We scooped them up. We brought them to town. You know what? It hasn't been announced officially yet. Officially. This is the last, 6 hours ago was the last time Tottenham Hotspur tweeted. I don't think that they're going to announce it in the middle of the night, because it is midnight now. Yeah, they're going to wait for tomorrow morning, which is kind of annoying, because now, when do I get to, I have to wait. I got to wait a long time.
You got to wait, maybe 6 hours, something like that. 7 hours,
nice.
8 hours.
No, that's not nice. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Look, Becky's asking, is he a left center back or a right center back? I'll tell you this. He, right now in Genoa, my extensive research, Paul, you'll know me to do my extensive research.
Yeah, I know. Very thorough. I've done some research for you, though. I'll get onto that when, I don't want to, just a teaser. Just stay tuned, folks. I guess has got to bring some food to the table, man,
Cheers to that, Paul. We got Paul doing research. What's happening here? Now, my extensive research into Genoa, what they told me when I looked into them. Did you like that one? He plays in the back, in the central of a back three. So the system is a lot different to what we do now. Now, that doesn't mean shit in terms of
Romero came from a back three, and Van der Ven was in a back three, wasn't he?
Technically in a back three for Atalanta was when Romero won Serie A Defender of the Year. But hey, we don't have to talk. Apparently, he's not a good defender, Paul.
No, he's just reckless. He's a reckless thug, isn't he?
Just a reckless thug indeed. Big up Register Kev, YouTube chat member, hitting us with a $4.99, just waving at us, just saying hello. Hello, Register Kev. How you doing, my friend? Big up to you. Good to see you in the house. Thank you so much for the financial donation. Are you waving to me, or are you saying hello to Dragusin? Dragusin. Well, what are we going to call this guy? I'm thinking Radu Dragusku.
Radude. Hey, Radude, man.
He's a rad dude, Draguski. I'm working titles here.
Yeah, we're just spitballing here. Spitballing.
Just keep the ideas going. I think Radu Dragusin, that's where I'm leaning. And I don't know why Dragusin. I just feel like that's a nice, fun ending for that word. But we'll find out. I think we'll work it through. And when I see him in Lily White and when I'm watching him play, I think is when I'm really going to be able to say,
That's
this
when
is this man's name.
The word will fall from the sky.
Poetry is sometimes to be found in the wind bristling against the leaves of a tree, not necessarily in the forcible thoughts of our mind. So with that in mind,
That's so beautiful.
was that,
so
bro,
beautiful.
like I said, just
got something in my eye,
glistening
nothing
like a
else.
raindrop from the morning dew. Bro, I'm just in such a good mood. I've been
I know, it's fucking
manifesting.
awesome,
It's lovely
It's like
to be in a
transfer
good mood,
window.
you know?
It's transfer window, and like already it's verging on 8, 9 out of 10 territory in my mind. Anyway, you know, it's a good one. It's a bloody good one.
Yeah.
We got shit done before the Man United game, you know. And you look
And
at
this
all
is
the
what
look at all the other Premier League clubs. Look at the business they've done. Fucking nothing.
and their manager Arteta's like, don't be surprised if we do nothing. We're gonna do nothing. I love it. I love it. Long way.
Surprise, we did nothing.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
And that's for you, Saad, the Football Corner, hitting us with a super chat. Big up, my friend, and newest moderator of the channel. Says, I'm going to bed, but big up chat and panel. Come on, you gushers. The candy.
Buzz?
I like gushers. No, that's a G.
Okay.
I think it's come on, you gushers. Those are good candies. They're like little candies, and you bite into them, and it's like a gush of fruit juice of some sort. So,
Nice.
But big up for that super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. Everyone go subscribe to the Football Corner. Saad's a great guy. He is an Arsenal fan, however, but he is a great guy nonetheless. And then also I want to say big up to my pal, my guy, Chen Xiong. Says, well, he didn't say anything, actually. He gifted 5 United Spurs of America memberships.
Wonderful.
Big up for that. Let me see who got those memberships, and welcome to the family. And then you can join the party. Drula, Richie B, Lauren, big up, and Giuseppe Alberto. Hey, Giuseppe, you've been here a long time. Hey, big up, Jaw Dank, Jay Scott, my hometown brethren. We share the same name, and we share a fondness of friendship. He also got gifted a membership. So how about that? I'm actually going to text Jay. You got gifted a member. Real quick, hang on. There he goes. I just text him. Big up. Appreciate that. Big up, Chang. Everyone dubs in the chat right now for Chang. Always in here, making the party that much more lively, and also making the family that much more bigger. And while you're all here, there is over 200 folks in the chat right now. So please, one time, go ahead and hit the like on the video if you haven't already, because it's absolutely free. First of all, you don't have to spend any money to support the channel. So big ups.
What are you, some
Let me
kind of goddamn communist? People don't have to pay to watch. What?
Yeah, man. You can literally just tune in, hit a like, and subscribe. You don't even have to do
free,
that.
for nothing.
You don't even,
Wow.
Paul. But the beautiful part is the world is your oyster. The world is every viewer's oyster. So technically,
own
they don't have to
choices.
like or subscribe or pay anything. You could literally just digest this content for free. And you know what? That still supports the channel. So thank you for that. But if
Wonderful.
you do want to do a little bit of thumb action, you can hit a like. It's free. Hit a subscribe. It's free. And about 65 business seconds, Hotspur Hippie will be in the title of this video, so you can also find him there. And make sure you subscribe. Actually, I'm gonna have to. It's in the description. I'm gonna put it in the description because the freaking thing is not. It always untags people out of the titles lately. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They acting funny. But big up, Paul as well. Thank you for being
Thank you,
here,
man.
my friend. Celebrating. You know, when you have a party and you shoot out the invite, you're like, are they going to join the party? Do they want to be there at the party? And guess what? You're here. Everyone's here. So let's get right into it. Now, we also have links to a bunch of other people, a bunch of different things going on. But there's just, so they always say a photo's worth 1,000 words. Isn't that what they say? So let me go ahead and bring up a photo that maybe is worth 1,000 words. Oh, let me hide this. You know what? That's too big. My production value is all over the place right now. Here's a photo, and it's 6 defenders. After the tweet here says, after multiple seasons of near stagnation, look at my club overhauling its center back situation. Paul, how long? We've had a center back situation for years upon years upon years upon years. And you know what?
6 years, something like that. I mean, it's a long time, isn't it? 4, maybe 5.
Romero's the last defender since Yan and Toby. Since when Yan and Toby got old and they left. When them two got old and left, since then it's just been, and right back has been a problem as well, but we're not even going to go there yet. But when we look at this, 6 players in the last, when did we give Romero? Was it 22, 23, or is it 21, 22? I think it was.
I think it's 21.
We had Nuno. We had Nuno in Conference League, I remember, and the shirts were all white. But look, this number is their ages. With Cuti Romero being the veteran of our center back room, 25 years old, just entering his peak, Paul. Just entering his peak, I think, hey, we're looking pretty good now. Luka Vuskovic out on loan. He'll be here in about 2 years when he's 18. Ashley Phillips out on loan in Plymouth. Dorrington, I think he's going to be part of the bench. And then we've got now Radu Dragusin. The prospect of these center backs got to be looking pretty good at this point, right, Paul?
Absolutely. Look at it. It's nice, as Romero peaks and, which is years away, we've got a nice little conveyor belt of action happening there, haven't we? As one goes, one fills their shoes. One's ready to go, serve their apprenticeship.
Mm-hmm.
Vuskovic, great Croatian, isn't he? Mismo Sprema.
Bro, he's 6'4" and he's 16 years old.
Jeez.
And he's 6'3" or 6'2", something like that. Crazy. This guy's growing like crazy. But real quick, let me run through some of these super chats. Adrian Chia says, big up Mr. Moist and Mr. Hippie. Nice scuba suit. This ain't the scuba suit. This does my favorite warm up. All right, are you in a scuba suit?
No, I'm in a Venice Beach t-shirt.
Okay, well, that's still groovy, so I like it. Big up Adrian Chia, longtime supporter of the channel. I hope you're doing well. Got another super chat from KH, 10,000 won, says, hello from Korea. Most of Korean Spurs fans couldn't sleep well because of the Dragusin. He is like an alpha male that makes girls crazy. In fact, the girls were us, but now we can sleep well. Big up, KH. Thank you for being here, and thank you for telling me where you are and for your financial donation to the channel. What I will say is a few things. Outside of thank you for being here, I didn't think, like, in all seriousness, Paul, I was on stream on Henry Wright's show, Sean Butler, Henry Wright, and Johnny. We were all on stream, and Henry said, I'm going to go around the table. Which, like, Bayern or Spurs, what is he picking? And I sat, Sean, shout out Sean from Spurs Talk Show, he said, he's going to choose Spurs. He has to choose Spurs. It's always going to be Spurs. And I was like, damn, I love that in my head. And then he goes, Jacob, what about you? And I said, as much as I want to say Spurs, I think he's going to choose Bayern, man. He's got it right. He's got it right. Those Schmitz leaders, Harry Kane, he's play alongside with Kim Min-jae and to play alongside with Shirley, but don't call me Shirley. He's going to choose Bayern Munich over little Tottenham Hotspur. So then I said, or money. And I sat back, and I knew they were going to offer more money, and they were offering Genoa more money. But at the end of the day, they accepted both offers. So I was sitting there, like, realistically, like, my insides, as much as they want me to say Spurs, my head, my logic, my realistic, because I'm realistic, I was just like, he's got to choose Bayern, man. And then Sean said, bro, don't do that. Put your hair in a bun. All right, you need to get your attitude right. And then I was like, you know what? He's fucking right. And then I went on I came on this channel, I came on to this very channel, and I put my hair in a bun, and I called on everyone in the chat, everyone who heard, to put their hair in a bun, to the power of the bun, a group of us making one network. Consciousness of energy. Send it to Draguski right now. And then he felt it. He woke up and was like, I don't care if they want more money to me. I don't care if that means more money to my fucking agent, my rat agent, that fucking scum.
Sleazy greaseball.
Scum. But He said, no. Talk to
wanna
me
play football.
nicely, Talk to me nicely, Mr. Ange Postecoglou. Talk
Give
to
my
me
word
nicely
to
indeed.
Ange. Give my word to Ange. I can't let him down,
Bro.
I
I gotta show you this because you said that. I do have a tweet and I do have a guest in the back, and it looks like they're almost ready. And it is a guest who's been here one time on the channel, only the one time. Yeah, you may think you know who the guest is, but no, haha. I grabbed him from the depths. Excuse me, not the depths. I reached up to grab him from the heights of where he
down in
was.
the drain with a plunger.
No, he's not down. No. This is a very specific grab because, you know, I'm listening. I got my ears to the ground in the YouTube hemisphere, especially Spurs. You know, someone told me, can we not talk about Tottenham? Stop relating it to Tottenham. I was on a channel earlier. They said, oh, stop relating it to Tottenham. I was like, cool. You want me to just not think about my shit through my lens? You don't want me to be me. Okay, I see you. Haha. But that's the thing. You can never take.
Do they want you to like cover your walls, take down your flags and pennants?
Yeah, they're like, oh, how dare we talk about Spurs on a Spurs channel nonetheless, but here we are. Look, I don't even remember what I was saying, but I heard this guy, the guest, that's where I was. The guest that I'm about to bring on. Well, he's not sitting down right now. He looks like he's putting on a sweater, a very comfy sweater. I don't know what kind of sweater that is. It looks very. Oh, he's flying. No, he's flying in. Oh, is he flying in? He was flying. Hang on. I think he's ready. Are you flying in?
I'm flying in. It's a little bit back. It was a present actually. I was using this opportunity to like sort my hair. I was trying to symbolically put it in a bun, you know, because I appreciate the mentality and the energy of the man bun. So, you know, it's this is it's very warm actually. It's very warm. It's very warm. But happy Dragusin Day. Actually, it's the day after. Happy Boxing Day version of Dragusin Day.
It's still technically Dragusin Day. It could be Dragusin Week.
You've been to court or something? Why are you looking so smart?
Me?
Yeah, it's like me. Couldn't possibly
it's just
be me.
The bun.
Yeah, you're looking like
trust me. I ain't looking smart. Don't worry about that.
What did they say? You're looking like Baby Pochettino. That's what the streets are saying.
Did someone say Baby Poch? Is that what the streets say?
Baby Poch. That's what they say. They say you're looking like young Poch.
Wow, very lovely.
You're looking very handsome.
I mean, that's a compliment. Yeah, I think he's a strapping young lad. Well, he used to be a strapping young lad. Look, Pochettino, hold that. Your success with Chelsea, you can hold that. But look, it is Dragusin Week. I'm working on a few names, but more importantly, I was working on my intro for you specifically because, you know, I got my ears to the ground. There was people yesterday that are talking a little bit differently today, specifically to you. I just want to say, how has your Dragusin Week been playing out so far?
You know what? Like, I think everyone's happy that he's arrived. So I think that's one thing. I think some people are a bit scarred by the club, and they don't, you know, they're a little hesitant to trust the club. Me, I'm more of a live and let live kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? I don't hold things that they did wrong in 2017 against them in 2024. So, the one thing I was thinking last night, as I was thinking about everything, I was like, even if he doesn't pick us, right? I said, even if this guy doesn't decide to take us or go with us, the fact he needs to sleep on it is such a massive boost to where the club is. Like the fact that, to him, but we lost our, you know, record goal scorer in Kane to Bayern, and then consequently we've managed to get a player over Bayern, and I think it reflects well on the club, the manager.
So my question for you, while I'm going to interject and apologize for it, my question for you is. The $1 million question. Some may say $30 million question at this rate. Are Spurs bigger than Bayern?
I think it's one of those things where, like, you know, when somebody stands next to the Eiffel Tower and from a distance they look like they're the same size. that's the way I look at it at the moment. It's like, yeah, of course, if you squint and you look at us at a certain angle, we're massive. Do you know what I mean? Gigantic. I think we're a nice project, and I think for a 21-year-old who's gonna want to develop and play, I think we're an attractive project. I like the thought that we're better than being fourth choice at Bayern. We're worth, taking a slight pay cut because you know Don Levy don't pay over yards.
I heard it was damn near a third less.
Yeah, they were saying 75,000 plus. So that's not. Listen. I love players that want to play for Tottenham. That's my whole MO. Like I'm like, if you are definitely looking to run through walls for this football club, I'll back you to the hill. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, so I'm enjoying the day. Hello?
On that thought, there was something Paul and I were talking about right before I brought you into the show, Jay. Real quick, I think there's a little bit of an echo I'm hearing from.
Yeah. I'm literally just about to switch onto a laptop.
Oh, okay.
So give me a second.
No problem. I started this on Twitter because obviously, like I do, I thought it was very important to bring up. It says a key reason as to why Radu Dragusin chose to join Tottenham is because how he wanted to be. This was very shittily worded. I should have actually proofread this before I brought it up. But basically says a key reason why Dragusin wanted to join Tottenham is because how he was made to feel. Ange Postecoglou was clear to the player how much he wanted to sign him. This is the part that's important here. I don't start these for no reason. The pair spoke several times on the phone together. Oh, little, how you doing, sweetheart?
That's
Talk to me sweet while I fall asleep. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I would love Ange to call me before bed. Like, as in, like, he sounds like this. No, you've been watching too much porn. You're sick. You're sick, people. I'm just saying, like, in terms of, like, he has that nice voice. You can have a nice little chat. Maybe I should have just said, like, I would have liked Ange to call me, period. I don't think the before bed
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I don't think the before bed was that necessary, really, with the benefit of hindsight.
Yeah, but no, a nice cup of cocoa. Well done, Ash.
Yeah,
you did well
tell me a
today,
story
mate.
kind of
Tomorrow you're going to be even better. We want you here, Ash.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Oh, yeah. Call me mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I see that, yeah.
Paul, just how real is the Ainge pull? Because, I can joke and I love saying that we're bigger than Bayern. Of course, I'm going to tout that around for at least the next 48 hours. But there's also another tweet I have that maybe shows this isn't the first time we've swindled ourselves.
Edison, Vicario.
Bayern. Well, no, don't give away the butter. You're giving away the ingredients.
I'm trying to contribute.
I was about to throw it to you and ask just how big is the Ainge pull? Because that's a factor. James Madison, every player has spoken. Vicario said, I spoke to that guy, and Guglielmo said, I'm about to walk there. Bro, you can't walk there geographically from Italy. But he didn't give a damn.
Hey, listen. Sorry, man.
So sign it in blood. But it's Ange. And they can see he's a proper football guy, But the players he's attracting are not, con artists. They're proper footballers. They got football brains, and they can see what we're doing on the pitch. They can see, like all the fans can, All the fans can see what we're trying to do at Tottenham. And when it comes off, it's a beautiful thing to see. We're getting closer to being able to do it more and more consistently. But, for a footballer that wants to express themselves on the pitch, where else are you going to go? What, you're going to go to Chelsea and play like shitball? Or are you going to play this free-flowing, take some risks? Don't worry about it. I'll back you up. If it all goes shit up, I'll back you up. I'll stand up for the players. That's the sort of environment a flair player wants, a good player wants. They want Ange Postecoglou. They don't want Thomas Tuchel. Or Arteta.
Who does want Thomas Tuchel, and it may make the deal just that much sweeter because Bayern pulled up on us realistically. Like, we were literally at the bar like, hey, she already said she cool with me, I'm cool with her, about to go back to the cribbo.
Have we ordered a taxi yet? Do you think we'd ordered a taxi at this point?
Bro, she was already like, let me know when you get the Uber. I'm just gonna go dance to another song.
That's what I'm saying. As in, like, do you think we'd ordered the taxi, or do you think we?
Oh yeah, we were. Okay, whoa,
like
we said Uber Deluxe.
Away.
I'm showing her how much a baller I am right now.
Like,
that's what it was. And then out on the dance floor, here comes old Schnitzel boy. I'm like, okay, hang on.
To an after party kind of vibe, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, we got this party going on. Someone you may know is going to be there, a big celebrity stuff. Yeah, he's a Schnitzel eater too. And Harry Kane, he'll show up, and he's like, oh, maybe, But at the end of the day, she saw us over there at the bar, and she said, damn. No, I'm still going that way, and I love it.
There was the natural attractiveness that she felt towards us in the first instance, and that was able to survive the shots, the table, the champagne. Her girl saying, "Get with that guy instead." Like we survived all of that. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that she saw the inequality in us and thought that this isn't our final form. We've got some, I think I'm talking a little bit too much from the heart here.
You're talking about last weekend.
It's starting to get a little bit too favorable. But
and now that we've swanned out the building, Bayern's, the slow dancers have come on, and Bayern's looking around and just trying to go. All right, we'll have Eric Dier. Then something's better than nothing. That's it. Well, come on, Eric. Let's go and have a kebab and get the night bus home.
Yeah, let's see. Like. I think the thing is that it's a good day. It is one of the most positive days on Spurs Twitter I've seen for a very, very, very long time. Do you know what I mean? There was a communal wave of we're fucking massive, aren't we? There's just like a general, and it's cool, man.
Because man, the Bayern fans were getting right up it.
You don't win trophies. Excuse me. We know that's our thing. You know what I mean? Like trophies, we don't do that here.
I've seen so many Bayern fans on my timeline today, and I'm like, I know the algorithm's pushing it because all the Spurs are interacting with all the people that I follow, but they are trying really hard to prove to us that they don't care about Dragusin. Like, bro, y'all tweeted about Dragusin so much in the last fucking 48 hours because I was seeing memes, and I think I had something start on this Twitter because I wanted to show you that they were already celebrating that they thought they pulled one out from under our feet. But if I was just a little bit better on this production side, why have I started so many Dragusin fucking tweets?
I've seen Bayern fans calling for Freund's head now.
Yeah, well, listen, losing a player to Tottenham Hotspur,
shame.
They're just looking down the roads like farmers. Them chickens are up to something. I could see it, bro. Like that's what they're feeling us. Like so, they don't really. We're not respected. No one respects us. The teams below us, they think they should be in our spot. The teams above us, they don't rate us because we don't win trophies. So we're in this, non-istic.
I want to cycle through something while we're trying to shit here on Bayern real quick because you know what I mean? They want to talk all this, and I also have another one star because they were a lot of people switching up their tone. All right, so I have examples of these claims that I'm making. So let me go ahead and show you some of the little bits that I've found. The narrative that we could run here would be pretty strong if I'm not mistaken. It's really hard to see this, but this is from Bayern in Germany. A fan account says multiple sources in Italy. This was January 17th of last year, so a year ago.
Yeah.
This account was saying multiple sources reporting that Bayern have identified Empoli goalkeeper Guglielmo Vicario as top target and have already come forward with an initial offer. Empoli already considering replacements. So this was a year ago that one had happened. And this one was April 27th, 2021, so a couple years ago now. So Bayern have asked for information about Juventus winger Dan Kulusevski, but the Italian club is not open to talks now. And that was the same account tweeting just a few years ago. Another instance in which Bayern tried to...
No way.
Same account. This was on the March 19th. Pedro Porro is at the top of Bayern's list of candidates for the right back position. Porro fits perfectly into the profile of a right wing back in the back three system that Julian Nagelsmann is looking for. Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico are also interested. And this was March 19th, 2 years ago. And finally, we get to today's instance. Radu Dragusin, well, this was on the 8th, so this was 2 days ago. Radu Dragusin is the new name on Bayern's center back list, confirmation from FC Bayern, competition with Tottenham for the Romanian player. So this is the 4th instance in most recent memory in which...
they're stacking them up. But Jacob, let me ask you a question, and I might be tangenting a little bit, but somebody put it, Machiavelli said it beautifully in there. And I want to, Bayern doing this, Bayern talking about us like this, because he says, we need to respect ourselves, like as a football club, we need to respect ourselves. How can we be saying that other clubs don't respect us if we don't respect ourselves? Do you think, and every club fan base has them, do you think that there is a element of some of the fan base doesn't respect the club, maybe doesn't respect Levy, doesn't respect Enoch, and that manifests itself in how we get reported on, because people know if they hit certain points, they can get a certain emotion. People know if they run a certain narrative. Look, last season, they wrote about us like the sky was falling in on our heads. Worst we got to was 8th. I never saw articles like that about Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Chelsea, who spent the majority of the season in the bottom half. Chelsea, I've never seen the articles that we were getting last season about Chelsea. Yeah.
I think some of it might be, I think there is, but I think some of it might be, it's easy for someone my age, because I've seen us when we were brilliant, like one of the best in England, unlucky to win the league, that kind of stuff. And, if someone's like, I don't know, 10, 20 years younger than me, they haven't seen that, but they have heard people my age, just as I heard people older than me go on about the team of the 60s and early 70s, double winning and all that sort of stuff. And there's kind of, I want that too, because, I'm enthusiastic about our past. I love Tottenham's history and I love talking about it, but until you've had a taste of it, maybe it's a bit difficult, but hopefully things are swinging around. I'm seeing signs that we could eclipse the 80s with, the way the trajectory we're going.
I wasn't around in the 80s, but like, how does this team? How do we stack up against?
I think we could. They're not there yet. They're not there. But the way we're going and the rate we're improving, I think we could go past. If you look at pure success, the 80s, 2 FA Cups, 1 UEFA Cup, we'll call it 3 FA Cups. Really good in the league, consistently playing beautiful football. I just go with what I can see off my eyes, man. And when we're clicking, the football we're playing right now is right up there. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I'd love this team to do better than the past. It'd be fantastic.
Speaking of fantastic,
it's the feeling. Sorry, it's the feeling I've got, man. It's the feeling. I'm sensing there is a feeling that used to exist back then, and it's come back. Really has.
I've got this feeling. Speaking of things that we got another guest in the back. You see that? It doesn't matter what you say, Paul. I can transition into bringing in another guest. Yes, sir. Don't you worry. Hey,
Jacob.
That's what we're in the business about, baby. Smooth operator.
KZWT.
WET-TV. Welcoming in Colin from Talking Ball. How you doing, Colin?
Hey.
What's up, buddy? Hey,
Colin.
How's it going, everybody?
Good, man. Good.
Nice
How
one,
you doing?
man.
Dude, it's good to see you guys. Yeah, it's I came in with prepared,
Look at that. What a beautiful, was that 84, 85, 86 or something like that?
To be honest, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you here.
It's around that time, man. It's a good shirt. Good shirt. That's when we were good. That's when we are good again.
And we're getting back to those
It's
levels.
a sign. It's another bloody sign.
Boom. Exactly. Well, I don't have a ton of time. I got my break until for a while, so I just came to hang out with you guys while I could. Thanks for
cool.
Thanks for
well,
having
while
me
you're on break, let me ask you first and foremost. Well, first I gotta say to you, happy Radu Dragusin Day. We're just trying to. The main question, I guess, the burning question I have today specifically is Tottenham bigger than Bayern?
I think so.
I'm not talking about trophies won since 2000.
Yeah.
I'm talking about right here, right now. Look me in the eyes, baby.
And like the
Tell
draw,
me, is it true?
the draw of players. Yeah, I think if we wanted the player and Bayern wanted the player, I think it's been shown numerous times that they'll come here. Bayern is I don't want to say farmers league. I feel like that's disrespectful, but you know what I mean. It's a 1-2 team league. I mean, it's just no fun, and players don't get the exposure there. They get in the Premier League. I think Spurs are the bigger team, man. But Dragusin, how about it? I mean, I can't get over it. I can't get over that it happened. I had a really good feeling yesterday, even when
let me ask you. Yeah. That's what I was gonna. My next question for you was because I kind of know where Jay was because he was live on air on a few channels. So I kind of know where he was yesterday when Bayern were like, "Look at my flashy car. Look at my flashy friends. Look at all the schnitzel we're gonna eat together." And while I understand the allure. Yeah, of course. First thing they do is size them up for that later. Yeah.
In real time, it was because obviously I like to protect the club. I like to defend the club a bit, and in real time, it's wild because it's like, Bayern are trying to hijack the bids come in, and I'm like, oh, and you can feel the narrative turning. You can actually feel the air, so it was
real quick. While we're talking about in the air and things I'm feeling like Graham Rogers doesn't understand what's going on here. I said Happy Dragusin Day. So Graham Rogers, if you don't like it, you can hold that respectfully. And to say that fans in this panel are the reason Spurs will always remain a small club, you guys are celebrating as if you won a trophy over a dross player like Werner. Again, this was just a statement based in nothing factual because we hadn't even actually talked about Timo Werner. That was another stream. You can go watch that celebration.
You know what, Graham? I reckon it'd be hilarious. I know nothing about Conor Gallagher, but I think it'd be so funny if we bought your captain, mate. I just do it just for the shits and giggles, mate, because you're going back down to Division 2. This is what you were before Abramovich came around. You were some shitty, poxy, Stamford Bridge, a shithole, man. This is your DNA. Shit football in Division 2. You're going back down, you scum.
Get him.
Hold that.
I second the sentiment that was really poured into that statement. I really think it was eloquently positioned and can't really add much more to it. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, that was very
well said. Well said.
And speaking of beautifully put, there is a poll right now. I see 199 votes in the poll. The question is thoughts on the Draguski deal being official. 44% says our man bun injury.
Is what I'm hearing.
What's that?
Romanian Reigns is the PR name I'm hearing on this timeline.
Romanian Reigns. Is that Roman Reigns?
Play on words. Roman. Yeah.
I'm not too savvy with all the
I don't get it,
WWE. I've heard of Roman Reigns because didn't he fight The Rock or something like that?
If you don't know, get to know. All right.
What I did know about WWE is that it's all scripted, and then I stopped paying attention. That was when I was a child, so I don't know much about it since. I remember the stinky sock. There was a guy with a real stinky sock, and he would put it in people's mouths. And I was like, it made me sick just watching him do it. But yeah, after that, I stopped paying attention. But real quick, Colin, what's up?
I just wanted to ask. So so we all crap on Daniel Levy all the time. Do we have to give him praise for this?
Before I know where you're going, just hang on a second. I got some bookkeeping to do. There's 204 votes in the poll right now. I see 44%. The question is thoughts on the Draguski deal being official. 44% says the Man Bun Energy manifested this. That's shout out to everyone who was here yesterday, man bunning it up with me, and we manifested this while he slept. Our energy infiltrated his dreams, and he dreamt of us. He dreamt of Ainge, and that's the only face you really need to see. Ainge Postecoglou. He might have had a man bun in the dream. So 44% of you shout out. You're on the same vibe as I am. And there's 204 votes now. So big up everyone. Keep getting to voting. It is absolutely free. Hit a like. Make sure you are subscribed. I will put the titles to everyone's stuff in the description of this video in a moment. But 32%, ladies and gentlemen, saying Tottenham are bigger than Bayern Munich. And that's not me talking. That's 31% of the viewers talking. So I'll take that as well. And then 12% says should have been done weeks ago. And another 12% says never in doubt. Quiz. And then before I open the floor for Colin to ask this question that I know is, I had to stop him because it wasn't let's just answer this question.
Let's chew on the meat of this question. Kind of thing.
Let me address this super chat before we do that, because this came in from Chang, another financial donation. Big up my buddy out there, Chang, always sending me gifts, sending some love and blessing the chat with memberships, etc. Says Colin Sievers and I appear on Talking Ball at 4 p.m. UK over on Talking Ball. And I'm sure a moderator will put that in the chat right now, but it will also be in the description of this video. I'll be putting that on while everyone's talking, and I have a second to munch on some raisin bread. So isn't that lovely? But Colin, you had a question before I so rudely interrupted you, and it was quite a poignant, or maybe not even poignant, I would say loaded question, maybe?
Definitely loaded, yeah. And I think I was the one that interrupted you, so I apologize for that. But I was just going to say, so we crap on Levy a lot for not getting things done. And then now we get this deal done. Supposedly, Longa and Scott Munn had a lot to do with it. People that Levy put in charge. I don't know. So do we have to give the guy some praise? You know, he's the first guy that everybody, as soon as the deal started to look like it might fall through, everyone said, "Oh, Levy again, Levy," and that's all you hear. And now that we've got him, you never hear, "Oh, Levy's actually pretty good. Levy's actually a pretty good guy. Like he got him in." You know what I mean?
Listen, the funny thing is that most people that know me or have ever heard me speak on the club and Levy probably think that I give him too much credit. Or I am.
Same here, probably.
Yeah,
I'm not hard enough on the guy or something, and I am. He's the problem at the club, but I do think that he still sometimes deserves. Good job. Like you got one. You know what I mean?
I think for me, I look at it like just in terms of, I don't think it's easy to run a football club. Like one, and I think that if you're not a oil state or an oligarch, like. If I take those two out, you're basically looking like a Liverpool, which is like the best run you can be as a club. Even their fans aren't happy. Do you know what I mean? But if you're not an oligarch or you're not a oil rich state who owns the football club, how are you getting better owners than Liverpool? Yeah, I don't want to use the word cheap. I'm saying, how are you getting better owners than Liverpool? So it's really just about, like, for me, I'm really happy with the club as a whole and the direction. And I hold that, like, it's one of those things where the structure of the club is based on Levy. And with us not having an identity up until Ange came, then he has to be responsible for that. But on the flip side, he also has to be praised for putting together the structure that we're enjoying now, because that's obviously not easy. Because if it was easy, every single football club would do it. So that's the kind of way I look at it. And I also look at it like everything's intertwined. So if you have Ange, who Levy brought in, and you have Lang, and you have Paratici, and you have these people
who brought those in? Who brought those other two names you?
Levy. Like Levy brought them all in. So
everyone was shitting on Paratici when he was in a courtroom bathroom going, listen, "Hey, can I get you a Juve guy? Who wants a Juve guy?"
No, mate, because this is the thing that made me laugh, was because I remember about 9 months ago, when it came out that Paratici was going to be banned, everybody was saying, how dare the club keep him? Why didn't Levy sack him immediately? Why didn't Levy do his due diligence? He doesn't know. I had numerous conversations where I said, I don't think it's as big a deal as you think. Like, I personally would have kept him. I think everybody in Italy is guilty of something. You have to wait until it plays out. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's arrested for something in Italy. So on that point, everyone now.
Our owner's arrested for something here in the States.
The thing is, like, people like my criminal, Paratici, but same people were killing, and I mean killing the club for not firing him, killing the club for not getting rid of him at the time. Yeah, they were killing him. They were killing Levy for that. And now it's like, oh, he's one of the best decisions. Yeah. So who's the person that held their nerve to keep him around the club when everyone else was saying sack him? So do you see what I mean? And that's the way I look at it. It's just there's so much stuff that go into a football club. All the bad stuff, yeah, it's directly attributable to Levy. But who signed Ndombele? Who signed Lo Celso? Is Levy a scout? Is he a scout? Obviously, somebody scouted these players and they've gone to him and said, buy these players. Yeah. And if we hadn't have bought the players, we all would have kicked off. Yeah, we're not investing in the squad. It's just a difficult job running a football club if you don't have your ducks in a row, and I think decisions look a lot stupider because we have limited knowledge of what's going on, but we talk openly about like we know the inner workings. So
exactly. People are like, this deal should have been done days ago. How do you guys know? How does anybody know how long it should take? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just stuff like that. I feel like
how long is a deal meant to take? Someone's like, oh, this deal took too long. How long is a deal meant to take?
Yeah.
How long should a deal take?
And it came out today. Well, sorry.
Hey, yeah. Mr. Draguskin is here, and he agrees with you. Whoa. How about that? Hey, big up. Can we get a coys in the chat, Mr. Radu Dragusin? What do you think about the nickname I'm working on? I'm thinking Rad Dude Draguski. That's where I'm leaning for, so we'll figure that one out.
I like it. But just to finish off, I was just going to say that, like, on this then, just on the whole Levy thing, the club is set up, to me, so well now, like, as in, like, data, scouting, under 21s, like this doesn't happen overnight. So all over the last year, 18 months, this has been building, like the academy, the under 21s, the investment in the first team. It's been building. So we've been making good decisions for a little while now, and Ange is the cherry on top. And if you look at our stadium, our training grounds, the money that we should generate from a revenue point of view from the stadium, people have to remember as well, the whole COVID stuff. For a self-sufficient club, COVID was a bit, So all in all, we look good. We're going in the right direction. Justifiable criticism for him not investing at points over the last few years. But I always look at Levy like he ran the club suboptimally, but not shitly. Like people talk like he ran the club shitly. He didn't run the club. Mike Ashley is shitly. Yeah, like Leicester going relegated is shitly.
Oh, dude, I've seen shit at Spurs like Irving Scholar and Alan Sugar.
Alan Sugar, that shit, that's running the club shitly. This is suboptimally. You could get more out of what you're doing, but you're focusing on the money or the commercial. You're not focusing on the team. That's suboptimal, not shit. So yeah, over to you guys.
Yeah. I basically came in here to drop that bomb. I still have time too, but yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to come in and drop bombs. Hopefully, not all your viewers left because of that. But no, dude.
Look, Colin, you are a major supporter here of the channel, and I'm a major supporter of your channel. You can stay as long as your work permits, and as long as you don't get fired, my friend.
No worries.
Look,
no worries, can't do that.
Big up. I don't know how to say your name, but hello, how you doing? Says nice to meet you all. Draguskin will do well, as Van de Veen. Trust him. Look, there's been some really good comments brought up, or not even brought up, that I've been seeing y'all saying in the chat. And there's one here from Mud FC says, I doubt Draguski will play versus Man United. Paul, let me throw this one to you. He's time to re-register. We need to register him by
Friday.
Tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, that's what it was. It was like 48 hours from yesterday, and I was trying to figure out what fucking day that ends up making it. But Paul, do you Van de Veen had like 3 training sessions and then started?
He was off the plane and played, wasn't he, Van de Veen? Look, I don't look. We got with the couple of signings we've made, it's going to make, and with players coming back from fitness, it just makes. That anticipation of an hour before the game where the team sheet comes out. It's a year ago it was it's the same fucking players, Whereas now, because even with the the scant morsels we've had through injury and suspension, and just still like dicked around and tinkered with it. And now we've got some fully fledged pro God style players in there. I'm just gonna this. It just increases my enjoyment of each game, not knowing who the bloody hell are we going to play this time. You know, so he might do. I don't think there's a reason why he won't, but who knows, man? It's up to Ange.
Yeah. There's a great comment that came in for Dry Rose Pete. It says, imagine being a fan here. You're missing out on Dragusin and find out you're getting Dier instead. So not only did they try to come steal what we had already worked so hard for, but now they're going home with the girl that nobody wanted. Hold that, Bayern. Talk about German pull. I don't see much of it. Jay, I think one of your biggest fans is in the chat saying... Jay's always nothing to see here with Enoch's lack of investment in the football side, but time to focus on a positive future now.
Enoch invests loads in the football. We've invested badly, if anything. Like I'm not unhappy with the amount of money that Enoch have invested in the football team over the last 4 years. I don't see how anyone could be. Like, as in coming off COVID, how much we spent. I think it's fine. We just didn't spend it well enough. We're spending it better now. I think
maybe the argument is that Enoch haven't like shelled out. It's all been generated from within the club.
The one thing I'm gonna say is that like with Ange, Levy's a smart man. I don't care what anyone says. This guy's an absolute genius when it comes to the numbers. And what he's got in Ange is he's got a system guy, a guy who can say, this is my system, this is how I play. If you put these pieces into this team, this is what the output's going to be. And that's a lot easier for a guy like Levy to understand, yeah? And for him to implement and commit money to, because it's like a logical formula. He's seen investments over the previous year. Imagine Bayern and Ndombele and then remotely being interested in spending £50 million on a player ever again. Yeah, being someone like that. So
he probably still cries. I think Levy probably still thinks about that.
He probably cries. He probably cries himself to sleep. And the thing is that I think we spend enough. I don't think we spend it well enough. I think we spend it much better now. That's not to say back in the day we weren't risk averse, but when you're building a stadium, why not? Why wouldn't you be risk averse? Like as in I'm not saying that. We basically just built the stadium at slightly the wrong time. Yeah. If we built that stadium like 3, 4, 5 years later, yeah, and just had a little bit more play around cash, yeah, all the money that the Premier League's got, if it just came in a year up, I could make excuses all day for the club. I'm more saying that I see it from the other side why we didn't invest, not just every day. Why didn't we buy this player? Because we bought players that have flopped, like Soldado and stuff like that. And we bought players at lesser fees that have done well. I just think we just weren't run well enough in that time period. And a lot of clubs improved with the scouting and the data and their approaches to the game. And the gaps between the big six and the rest of the league, they've just closed right up. There's no gap now.
See, my thing with Levy is it's not specifically him. It's more of I just don't like people that are that rich. I think they're absolute psychopaths, and I think they've absolutely ruined the game. And, you know, you can put up ticket prices by $2 million a year, you still pay yourself $12 million a year salary. But that's not just Levy, that's all of them. So I don't think they're particularly smart. I just think they've got a bit lucky. They don't do things themselves. Like he didn't build the stadium. Someone else built the stadium, and all the fans are paying for the stadium because it's a debt. So I'm not Levy specifically out. I'm like all billionaires and rich people. Just fuck off out of the game of football and just leave it back to the way it was, because it was perfectly fine for the first 150 years without all this shit. But you know, I'm unrealistic. I'm a dreamer, but I don't like him. So I'll give him no praise and no slamming. I don't give a fuck about him. He's irrelevant.
That's what I like. You just talk about the football and the tactics.
Ange's the man. That's it. It's Ange's club.
Big up Spurs the Greatest, grabbing the YouTube membership. Welcome to the Lovers Lane. Spurs the greatest. Big ups. Appreciate you grabbing that membership tonight. Make sure we are over an hour. Make sure you are hitting a like and subscribe on the channel if you haven't already, or if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. It's all gravy. We are the taters. But look, the Levy thing, I think, is a, shall I say, dicey subject. Shall I say divisive subject? But I think it's important to remember a few things. Like, for me, my perspective is this. Like, we can be upset. We can remember the past failures of a man in his job. And, you know, I've seen the comments. Don't, just because I ain't pulled all the comments up, don't think I ain't see you. I'm seeing them. You know, I see, you know, why are we praising Levy? He's doing his job. This guy pays himself. He gives himself a raise, and he's doing his job. Why should he get this praise? And I don't think it's praise as much as it is acknowledgement of something different, something changing. And that's all I've said from the summer, is that something feels and looks, and my eyes and my feelings so far have been backed up by what we've done in the summer and what we have just done. We got a deal over the line before it hit January 10th. Well, technically it was January 10th when that's in the first quarter of the month. We never do that. We did Pedro Porro for a month. Dan Kulusevski, Bentancur, that was late.
But those deals, we didn't have Ange on the phone to the player saying, "Come play for me, mate." You know.
Well, while that may be a major pull,
but Levy hired him.
Like, that's just regard that all that means is like agreeing on personal terms. Like getting Ange on board is just to get them to agree to personal terms, but getting the business done with the club that they're at.
Okay, yeah.
Getting that part is the part where we always fuck it up.
Yeah,
we always end up Brian Hill. We sent him Lamella 20-something million and get Brian Hill.
You know, remember like the Damiaos and the Moutinhos, and even like it used to be a lot more like we seem to be more right. We do like maybe to an extent. It's almost like I don't want to say Levy. Yeah, let's say Levy ego. The ego of the negotiation, it seemed previously, was almost bigger than doing the deal to Levy.
Always a win.
Doing the deal on his terms to the detriment of the deal going through, like so he could be the big man and be like, it was done on my terms. That, I think, that hubris has been beaten out of him. Now, I don't think he's got that anymore. Whether or not it's because he knows he's got Ange and it's a one-off, whether the fans' reaction to him over the last few years, you know, has gotten to him to an extent, or whether he's just learned from the mistakes that he's made and is determined not to make them again. I think there has been a material shift in his approach and the way he does it. And I think it would be nonsense.
Last year, Jay, we were singing Levy out. We want Levy out.
Yeah.
We want. Right. He heard you. And then he started to change. Like, bro, imagine if my wife came up to me and all the shitty things I do as a human being and then as a husband and all my shortcomings of the aforementioned, if she came to me and said, you know what? I just saw all the bad things about you were getting a divorce. What kind of wife would that make her? Right? Like, I would look at it and say, this is how you need to improve, or we want my wife out. We want my wife out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guess what? She heard that, and now things changed.
Friends are doing TikToks about how much they hate you. Do you know what I mean? Like the negative.
Yeah. And now she's changed, and I'm acknowledging. Thank you, boo. I appreciate. Now you're helping me. Now
really
the things that I was upset.
That's a really good way of looking at it, because it's almost like at the point that we were at, really, for Levy to sell us at that point, it would have been fucking cheeky. It would have been like, nah, sort us out, mate. What do you mean? Like, sort this mess out. At least get us back to 2019.
Colin, I think Colin may be on the talk. He's muted. And he's done. He may be at work.
Oh, so my bad. No, I was trying to talk to you guys. I was just gonna say I gotta run, but it was really nice meeting you, Jay. This is the first time.
I'll drop you a follow now, Carl. It's been a pleasure.
You're the man, dude. Yeah, back at you. And of course, the Hotspur man, Hotspur hippie. It's good to have seen you, man. And yeah, thanks, Jacob, for having me.
Colin came on my first live stream on my channel with 0 viewers, but we still had a fun time. So
we
thanks,
did.
Colin.
And, hey, I'd love to be back on. So just let me know.
Yeah, when I do it, man. When I do it, yeah.
Hey,
big up, Colin. Yep, take care, man. Have a good rest of the day at work. There goes Colin with Talking Ball. You can find his channel in the description of this video. Big up, Colin. Yeah, I just think that how am I going to be upset when the things that I've been complaining about are now looking different? I understand it's been years and years of mismanagement, and it's like, oh, well, he just, never made decision. There was something I saw. Let me pull it up because I thought it was from OJam. Says Levy has a Napoleon complex, so always needs to win. Therefore, hasn't acted in the club's best interest, in my opinion. And I think that's a fair assessment to say. But let's explore a thought process here. And Jay, I'm glad that you're here for this conversation. This thought process that I was thinking of. Let's say he wanted him and Enoch. Their goal was to come in, build a stadium, and start making money. Well, they built a stadium. They started making money.
So why have they not sold?
Now, maybe we can actually start moving forward in the footballing sense. And it took them 23 years to get this stadium built, legally passed, financed all the shit and paid off. And it's taken this amount of time. So now we are in a position to do all those things that maybe they originally lied and set out to say, oh, we're going to take this money and put it into the first team. And I understand they didn't do that. But maybe now that they've made the money, this is my... Maybe some people would say, oh, Jacob, you're a fool. You're a hopeless dreamer. I am a romantic, and I do believe in love.
As a hopeless romantic, talk to me.
Talk to me. Exactly. And it's, things are looking different to me. And it's not just me that is saying that. And it's not just, oh, the football's different, so therefore I think the club is systematically acting different. It's legitimately like all of that and then some. And now the players are looking different. The mindset's looking different. Kane is no longer there. And while that does suck, think about when you trim the biggest tree in the forest, sometimes other plants grow just that much faster.
All that sunlight that tree was blocking out to these little plants and the little trees underneath it. Now they're getting the sun. They're getting that sunny D. They're a little bit too euphemistic for me, but still, they're getting the sun. And the point remains is that everything you're saying is bang on, because as you grow and you develop, I look at it from the point of view of saying that in 16-17, we were close to winning the league. 15-16, we were close to winning the league. But we didn't run perfectly, but we ran like a shit version of what we do now. Like we had Mitchell, we had some scouts, we could pull some decent players in at a decent price. So what happens then is, I would probably agree there's a certain level of megalomaniac, but I also think there's a certain level of trusting the wrong people, putting the wrong people in positions of power, putting the wrong people in certain positions, and then not understanding what you need. But then when you get a Paratici, you get a Lang, you get a Rob McKenzie, you start putting round pegs in round holes, and you start seeing the benefit of that. You stop doing opportunistic deals. You stop buying players because they're a good price, and you start buying specifically what you need. And all of this will improve a football club. And I don't think that there's any discernible larger amount of money that Enoch are putting in or Levy's putting in. Similar budgets, better spending. And that's why these little negotiations are important, because when you save 3 million here and 4 million there and 3 million, I don't know if that adds up to a player after a year. That could add up to a player of 20 million soon. So I look at the stadium. People criticize the stadium too, and the old this is double the size of our old stadium. Half these motherfuckers won't be able to watch the team if it wasn't for us moving to this new stadium. All the opportunities we're going to have, the way we're positioned and perceived. The club decided to put on-pitch success behind building the commercial value of the club, yeah? And you know what? In 20 years, yeah, you'll be able, or 10 years, you'll be able to judge that decision more openly. It's not been a good decision for success so far, but in 10 years' time, maybe it looks like a great decision.
Well, I think one of the criticisms about the stadium, and I was probably one of these, but I haven't been to the new stadium, but I could tell from watching the TV that it just didn't seem like to have a good atmosphere. But I think the reason for that is the fans didn't really have anything to cheer about. We were playing, terrible football, nothing to inspire anyone. And I'm just wondering if we'd be sort of having the conversation about how well, Levy or Enoch are doing if we'd have hired Nagelsmann or Arne Slot or any of these other clowns that people wanted. I'm putting it all down to Ange Postecoglou, and I think Ange Postecoglou has created this unity that's made Spurs such an unstoppable force. And also he's got the right personality to deal with Levy and directors or whatever to get exactly what he wants to put into action his system of play. So I'm putting it all down to Ange. But look, Levy is the guy that hired Ange, absolutely. But if no Ange Postecoglou, we would not be sitting here smiling, thinking, "Oh bloody hell, we're gazumping Bayern Munich. Bloody hell, what's going on at little old Tottenham Hotspur?" I think Ange has done it.
Oh, sorry. I also noticed that.
Meanwhile, Scott M.
Real quick, I just want to say to Scott M. I just want to say something to Scott M.
Well, fucking hell, man.
Scotty, my guy. Happy Radu Dragusin Day to you, Scott M. all the way in Canada. I hope you are too blessed to be stressed. And if you didn't, if you were like, "Oh, what did he just say in that long drawn out vocal thing he just did?" It was Happy Radu Dragusin Day to you, Scotty.
When the time comes and Son Heung-min knocks on Scott M's door and opens it, says, "Look, here is the Premier League trophy, Scott." Scott would say, "Oh, it looks bigger on TV."
Yeah. You'd be like, what are you doing here?
It looks bigger on TV.
Oh, the team isn't committed to doing back-to-back titles.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a very good season. It's not very competitive.
Yeah, I think the season that we finished second to Chelsea, actually the team was actually better. So retrospectively, I'm not even going to enjoy this.
No.
Big up the International Observer, internationally observing the fact that we just had more pull than Bayern Munich. Says here in their comment, I'm going to shift this up so we're not covering Jay's $1 million smile. Says, "Hello, guys. Welcome to the deluded world where our beloved Tottenham are now bigger than Bayern. Reason, a 21-year-old has decided sensibly to avoid being on the bench. But as we know Spurs," and they're laughing a little bit. And this person has been in a few chats. There you go, Paul. Love that. I wish it would make like emote, kind of like mine
Where's
does.
my Apple? Why can't Apple put like load of falling dildos and cocks and shit?
Watch this. Here's me celebrating. Look, Happy Dragusin Day.
Label on this one.
Hey,
look that. You do look like Poch a lot just then. Like you look like Poch a lot like that. Yeah, I see it.
Isn't that fun? International Observer. Observe these nuts. But moving right along.
Scott, I've not seen Scott M for a while. Can I just understand from him, Scott? You can just throw in the comments. What would make you happy? Like what would make you truly happy? Because it seems like nothing. You mentioning I don't live in cuckoo land. You saying we're rubbish. Like what do you think, Scott? Is this like your new gimmick? Like you're trolling the people who are optimistic about the future of the club because now we're no longer rubbish. You can't do the whole leave you out thing without people being like, shh, be quiet. So like, what is it, Scott? Come on, is it a new gimmick? Are you being serious?
He's been saying all along that Ange is shit for a start. So I mean, where do you go?
Yeah, but is it like a wink, nod to camera now? Like, or is it actually like, does he genuinely still believe that?
I love Scott has been a supporter of this channel since its infant stages. And I've always appreciated him being here because I say on this channel, you can have a completely 180 difference of opinion to me, and that's totally fine. It's okay to feel.
I've not seen Scott be a dick about it.
How can you say he doesn't look a little bit like Poch there? Of course he looks a little bit like Poch.
No, Scott. I find Scott quite funny, but he doesn't really seem to get personal with it. You know what I mean? He can have his negative, or less optimistic or whatever you want to call it opinions, but he doesn't sort of slam us too much for being optimistic. I think he seems all right, really. He's just.
Well, here's the thing: if
walk towards the light, Scott. Walk towards the light.
Yeah.
You know,
That's-
I like
that's- I
the
just
visual
wondering
images.
What he needs to see, Jay. What he needs to see, because it's obviously like I don't want you to feel like a dog chasing a car, Scott. You know, like obviously endlessly bounding after without what if the car stops, what are you gonna do?
What do you do?
Yeah.
Scott M says, I have never changed what I want, competing for titles and trophies. I want to see the club show that football matters, that they will do their best to try and win.
And you've not seen that this year? Because I've seen it in spades, man.
I thought that's what our modus operandi has been this year, Scott. I thought that's what most of us have been getting behind. That's why we're all excited, because football matters and they're doing it. We played with 9 men against Chelsea and
Beautiful.
took it to the 87th minute.
I love that, man. I absolutely. I know a lot of people in the media or whatever sort of slam that, and you got to have a plan B. Us not reverting to a plan B at times like that is going to gain us points for the rest of the season and next year, because it's in the players' heads that, hey, shit, we had them rattled with 9 men. You know, the result didn't go our way. We got whooped, but they didn't lose. They didn't lose belief that it could be possible.
So Scott's mentioned that it's like none of that is happening right now. So
you're watching different games.
Yeah, you've got Stockholm syndrome at this point. So I get it. And
Scott, I will say this, Scott. I love you. If you want the link to, I know you probably can't. You're probably doing it, but if you want a link to debate us live, debate Jay or anyone, you're always welcome.
Come on, Scott. He sounds grumpy, but he doesn't sound dangerous.
No, he's not a cock.
Yes.
I will say, since there's been the financial opportunity to support this channel, Scott has every month since then. So anything anyone bad has to say about Scott, he's literally supported this very platform you're watching right now. So big up Scott for always supporting the show. He's a friend of the channel. Regardless of his opinions of Tottenham, no matter how silly or funny I think they are, he's welcome. He is welcome to feel however he wants to feel. He is welcome to support Tottenham Hotspur however he so chooses. I would never begin to assume to have the power in which the likes of Lee Gunner has said that I have. Oh, because I said Happy Destiny Udogi Day, that all of a sudden that means Tottenham's okay with the standards, right? That some American-based football channel on YouTube, because I said Happy Destiny Udogi Day, that somehow that is reflective of or indicative of the business that my club partakes in is absolutely hilarious, and I like that because I would love to think I have that much power.
I really don't like that sort of attitude as well, because according to Wikipedia, there's 180 million Spurs fans in the world, you know, and 60,000 of them go to matches every week. And who's to say or judge what's going on in their life? So some people, Tottenham, going to a football game, that's what they've got in their life. And for people to say, oh, if you're happy with that, then that's why the club's crap. It's totally inappropriate. Totally inappropriate. I don't like it when people shit on fans for whatever opinion they have. And I certainly don't think that if you're happy with the way things are going, I don't think that somehow manifests into mediocrity.
Would you say so happy that makes you want to dance?
Destiny Adoji. Oh, yes. Oh, Destiny Adoji Day. Hey. Idiots, man.
Well, I mean, he's just a miserable prick that whinges about everything about Arsenal all the fucking time. So, you know, I'd rather be happy than Lee fucking Gunner. That's me.
You know, there's something that I think it was either you or Kuva said to me, Paul, which was, oh, Lee Gunner, an Arsenal fan, taking the piss out of you, Jacob, a Tottenham fan. What a world we live in.
Quelle surprise.
Yeah, it sounds like he's doing his job, which, hey, keep getting upset that I'm enjoying and celebrating the fact that we extended a young Italian beast. And that we also, I just want more clips. I hope I could get a Happy Dragusin Day. I hope I could get I did a Papa Matasar Day show to see if that would generate it. I need more clips of him dancing and celebrating.
Did you see many happy Kai Havertz days?
Mm-hmm.
Or happy?
No,
Declan Rice days?
I did see an instance where he, you know, Kai Havertz did score a game winner late in the game, and no one really smiled about it. I did see that, which, you know what? As much as I don't think Timo Werner was like the best option out there, if he scores the game winner, I'm celebrating, my friend. I'm gonna be dancing.
Can I segue into my bit of research for you?
Yes, but real quick, let me acknowledge the Sarcasm City with the raid real quick. Big up Sarcasm City TV. Big up Warrior J. Good to see y'all in the house. Always good. Will, Jacob, how does it feel to get your twin brother in the
Is that sarcasm in the house? Yeah.
Yeah, Flawless. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's going on, Flawless? How you doing? True story. Me and Flawless used to play football together.
Oh really?
Yeah. We're both from Manchester. And if anyone wants to know, Flawless, he's got techers, but his fitness is shocking. Absolutely shocking.
You're getting exposed, Flawless. Oh no.
His fitness is probably way better now, but it was like that on Ndombele. Don't put him on for too long. Yeah, light touches. But I hope you're good, bro. I hope you're good. I need to speak to you again soon. But much love.
Oh, I hope he heard that. I haven't seen him pop up in the chat yet, but big up Flawless with Sarcasm City TV every single time. That's hilarious, Jay. Y'all played What a Small World. That's really cool. Very, very good to know that. I see a lot of familiar names that I see over there at Sarcasm City TV. We got Shakar, Sunshine, Eli. Eli is an Arsenal fan. He's a good guy. He's a Texan boy, so I still got love for him. He's an Arsenal fan. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, make sure y'all are hitting that like. Yeah, I do. Flawless. Yeah, Flawless got aired. That's unfortunate, but it's actually great for the channel. So if anyone wants to know how Flawless's playing career went, big up Ali Abdi says happy Vicario Day all day. Technically, it's Vicario year. We are just witnessing it. Look, there was a question that came in from the newest YouTube chat member. I didn't star it, however, because I'm a failure at doing this hosting of a show. But I remember what they said, which was, this is great. So now who's next? Paul, what position? I know I know you personally, so you would tell me. I only watch Tottenham, so I really can't tell you who. But what positions would you say are our next key focal points?
Well, I think like we've got quite a few options up front. And I think midfield, we need someone, a midfielder. And I'm not going to go into all this 6, 8, and 10 bullshit. A midfielder's a fucking midfielder. So a midfielder and a fullback, more left-sided, but hopefully versatile enough to play on either side. And then I think we've got a little bit of redundancy. Then we've got nearly 2 good players for every position. So I don't think we're that far off, man. And hope, the next couple of transfer windows, I think the focus would be on flashing out the likes of the Ben Davies, the Ollie Skips, the Højbjergs, and just replacing those with better versions of those players, because I think we're in good stead. But yeah, to answer your question, midfielder and a fullback, but whether it will happen this window or not, I'm not busting a gut for it, man. I'm not.
I was muted there. Very lovely. So you said central mid or fullback as your next?
Well, midfielder. I mean, because the way we're playing football is all this 6, 8, and 10 stuff goes out the window. The players have got to have enough football smarts about them to be able to adapt where they play and what they do according to the conditions of each football match, and not be so rigid that if they're playing anywhere outside a 5 by 10 meter box, that their skills suddenly disappear. So that kind of midfielder, and we've got those like Basuma, Maddison, Sarr, Bentancur. They can all play in all different areas of midfield. So something like that, and a fullback that can play left or right. I don't think that should be ultra specialized either.
Yeah, I agree with you. And that's something Ainge has said as well. I want players that can play multiple positions outside of their normal, not completely total football, but maybe like half and half total football. But hey, real quick, y'all were talking about Flawless. Flawless is in the UK. I know his hours are strange, but Flawless is in the UK.
And you've just hit my bedtime hour now, actually, because I looked at that and I was like, so I'm gonna have to love you and leave you, but you must.
Yeah, man. No, you've stayed a long time. You did only say 30 minutes.
Oh, bloody hell! I appreciate that. He's heading towards 2 a.m. over there.
I apologize for my tardiness in following you. I will rectify that right now. Thank you very much for having me. Comment section, you've been great all night. Much love. I'm off to bed. I bid you all adieu. Look, it's
Hey.
nice. It's
Look
nice,
at
isn't
him.
it?
That is a great. Yeah, I need to give me one of them.
Yeah,
a
it's
big
not
old
bad.
baggy hoodie. That
I'll
was
send you the
nice.
link.
Yeah.
Nothing but love, guys.
See you,
Yeah,
Jay, man.
take care, man.
Nice
Blessings.
talking to you.
Always love having him on. What a great spirit. $1 million smile, that guy. You can
He's all
follow him on
rugged up.
Twitter at JRatedR. Yeah,
He's all
bundled
rugged up.
It's all cold.
If I wasn't on stream, I'd be like in my underpants at the moment here. No one wants
This
to
is
see
who
that.
said it. Spurs the Greatest was who asked, what's our next options? Spurs the Greatest says, what do you think about Calvin Phillips coming in on loan? I wouldn't mind Calvin Phillips on loan. I heard he did get a little bit out of football shape. Good evening to you. It's getting late. You're out there in the UK as well. It's what, 1 a.m.? 1:30 a.m. out there? Y'all crazy, but y'all showing the love. Make sure y'all are hitting the like. Did we hit 200 likes? Last time I checked, we were like semi close. Maybe we hit 200 likes. I don't know. 197 likes. We are 3 likes away from hitting 200, but we have 266 votes. So really, that's what, 80 people who didn't like the video, but they partake in the poll. Hey, it's okay. You can live the life you want to live. Don't want to tell you how to go about that, but big up everyone in the UK. Y'all staying up late tonight with myself and with Paul from Hotspur Hippie. Make sure you are subscribed to the Hotspur Hippie. It is in the title, or excuse me, in the description of this video. I'm pulling up a tweet, Paul, that I have because did you know? I mean, I knew this, but did you know Jed Spence went to Genoa on a loan with an option?
Yeah.
10 mil buy option included. We are going to be paying 100% of Jed Spence's wages, though.
That's right.
Are we just trying to cut our losses there? What do you think that is
so.
about?
Well, I think that was probably the last deal that Levy definitely had his hands all over. He was personally involved. There was something like the brother-in-law of him or something was friends with someone else, and it didn't work out. So cut your losses, man. Cut your losses. I don't care.
Yeah.
You
know who did have some things to say about Jed Spence? Interestingly enough, Christian Stellini. You remember that guy,
Mr. Match Fixer? What's he got to say for himself?
He said a few things about Jed Spence, which I found random as hell. If I'm honest, very very random. He says Spence is a very polite guy, very reserved. I would describe him as very quiet with great explosiveness and great speed. He's a 24-year-old kid who has a lot of room for improvement, especially in the final phase of the action, both in finishing and making assists. He definitely has to grow. Genoa has a good opportunity for him and to prove his talent. Look, I don't have much hope that he's going to get to be this player we thought, at least my hope was when we signed him, because really he didn't get a fair shot of it. But then also all reports and things lead us to believe that he was showing up late, not really interested, always played. Even Leeds fans, he played 7 games for Leeds, 6 or 7 games for Leeds, and that's all they needed to say. He looks uninterested, he looks like he doesn't care, and he has this attitude of like, I'm better than everyone, so I'm not going to
Family
put in
got
effort.
interested at Tottenham as well, which isn't a good sign. You know what my theory about this might be? I mean, I'm just pulling this out of my bum, but could it be that Jed Spence might not start so well, and then Stellini might say to Genoa, look, I'm the man that can get a tune out of this guy. Give me the manager's job at Genoa.
Go ahead, Stellini. Have a good time. Stellini also spoke about Radu Dragusin. Said Dragusin, I'm going to pronounce his name all fucked up in different ways for the next few weeks until I figure out. I want to say Draguski. I like Draguski a lot. I don't know why. No one has said in the chat that they like it, but I like Draguski. Radu Draguski. But Stellini said he's a very strong player. He has shown that he has value and important characteristics, as it has been for so many players. Making such an important leap will take some time. We are certainly talking about an important prospect. So I don't know who's asking Stellini all these fucking questions.
Who's wheeling him out?
Why is he talking about our business right now? He's like, you know what? This guy, and it's like all these
As a former coach of Tottenham Hotspur, I can.
I have been in Italy, so I know Draguski. Don't you worry about it. Why was he talking about us? I don't know. Maybe someone knows why. Big up the forehead Plettenberg. Trying to break some news there.
Or that picture of Eric Dyer with Bayern. I want someone with an Eric Dyer Bayern shirt to go and hijack one of their press conferences like they did to us.
That would be fucking hilarious. Hey, big up Solomon says watching from Egypt, 3:38 a.m. here. Big up Solomon. I see you on a lot of channels, being a big supporter of a lot of different people. Big up. I know you're a Chelsea fan, but hey, we all love the most beautiful
best
sport.
holidays I ever had was in Egypt. It was fantastic. Loved it.
You have any anecdotals you want to share, or is it one of those hush hush?
Well, a cruise from Luxor to Aswan. I just loved it. I loved, I'd go out with, anyway, never mind. That's another story. Anyway, Egypt, lovely place. Can I do my research yet, Jake?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm so bad. Yeah, tell me. Yes, research. What was the subject?
Werner. Timo Werner. Because,
we're going to talk about Timmy.
Well, I just want to. I've just got a couple of things in his defence here.
There's him and Ainge on his first day, by the way.
There you go. There's a bit of a story. He was a flop at Chelsea. So I thought, okay, who's not a flop at Chelsea? Now let me ask you this question. See if you can get this one right. When is the last time a Chelsea player scored 20 or more goals in the Premier League? Because that to me is kind of it's arbitrary, but I go 20 goals. Above that, you're 20 or more, you're a good centre forward. When was the last time someone did that for Chelsea?
See, it wouldn't have been Lukaku. Wouldn't have been... Shit. Was it Timo Werner? I have to ask.
It was not Timo Werner.
Natural deductive reasoning says, but I don't think he got that many goals.
No. He got most in the Champions League for them, but not in the Premier League. Because my thesis...
time they had a 20-goal scorer. 20 goal...
My thesis is that Chelsea is kind of a cursed place, that no fucker can score loads of goals there.
Dier or Drogba?
No.
Oh, that's a good guess, though.
Yeah.
Danny Kiriakis says Drogba or Lampard.
Nope.
Dang. I don't know.
Well,
Diego Costa. They're saying Diego Costa.
Diego Costa's the man. 2017.
Ding, ding. Chelsea fan. Got it right. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, man.
So what's your theory here? Paul?
So since 2017, no striker has got near 20 goals. You had Eden Hazard 12 the next year. In 19, Eden Hazard got 16. Abraham got 15. Then in 2021, their most goals scored by a player was Jorginho with 7. Then Mason Mount with 11. Then Kai Havertz last year with 7. So it's not like a striker goes into Chelsea and finds it an easy way of scoring goals. So my theory is that, Werner was as good as any, had a good track record at Leipzig, went there, didn't work out because they play shit ball, totally uninspiring. Their fans are a bunch of wankers. Their owners are twats. They have a revolving door of managers. There's no philosophy there at all. And so he went back to Leipzig, head between his legs, tail between his legs, still licking his wounds. And I'm getting increasingly more confident that Ange is going to revive him back to kind of the player he was at Leipzig. And can you imagine if we've got someone who can score for the remainder of the season? I don't know, maybe 10 goals, something like that, up to 10 goals. Then at 15 million quid, we've got an absolute steal if he can be resuscitated. So I don't think it was all Werner going off the ball. I think it's the atmosphere at Chelsea Football Club that stops people scoring.
I would argue even still about Werner. When Chelsea signed him, I was pretty jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I rated what he did at Leipzig. I think in his first year he was pretty good. And I was actually on a channel and there was a Chelsea fan that was talking about the fact that a lot of people, he wasn't as bad as a lot of people seem to think. And I made a statement like I felt as though the Chelsea fan base and Premier League fans were generally making fun of him and laughed him out of the league. And while I use that to boast the argument to say that could be the chip on his shoulder that can lead him to being better and let Ainge help be the man to push him through. But he said that's not true. Well, there was still a large faction of Chelsea fans who A, would have him back now, and B, thought he was more a victim of the process rather than him being a failure himself. So it's an interesting theory. Big up Shafay real quick with the £2 donation. Says, who the hell did Bayern think they were? Stepping up to Tottenham Hotspur. Who are you? What are you doing? What is this? What are we talking about here? Let me check in on the poll real quick. 275 votes on the poll. And 45% says the man bun manifestation is what done it. And I'll take that. I'll take it every single time.
It's fans like you, Jacob. Fans like you sitting there. That get transfers over the line.
Oh, it must have been me. Yay!
Destiny Doji. Oh, yes. Oh, Destiny Doji Day. Hey. Idiots, man.
Love that.
Every club's got them, haven't they? Every club's got them. I can't remember the last time I heard him say something nice about Arsenal.
Yes, Taka. Of course we're going to banter Bayern. We are bigger than Bayern.
Bigger.
Look at this. I know you weren't here. You're probably with sarcasm. See, I know you weren't here, but let me show you this. This is Bayern.
Time again. It's a pattern.
This is. Hang on. I'm blocking their vision here. This is Bayern. They said Vicario. No, that's for us. They said we want Kulusevski. No, that's for us. They said they want Pedro Porro. No, that's for us. And then they said they want Radu Dragusin. And guess what? No, that's for us as well.
Tell you what, Bayern, maybe set your sights a little lower. I think if you really try hard, you might get Eric Dier over the line. You know, obviously we don't want to let go of him. So
the Bayern pull, you may be able to get the England international Eric Dier. Maybe you offer the right
Tottenham
deal.
Captain.
Yeah, Taka. You thought I didn't have these receipts on blood? You thought I didn't have this shit like this? Don't worry. Jacob never forgets. Jacob always knows. Jacob's got his feet, eyes, ears, everything is on the ground. My fingers are in the earth, baby. There ain't nothing that happened that Jacob don't figure out one way or another sooner or later. And guess what? If I don't, you'll tell me in the chat. So big up to the chat for that.
You know what you just showed there, Jacob? You know what you just showed? And I don't use this word. I don't use this word lightly. You showed evidence. You showed the evidence.
You know, they always ask, where's the evidence? And there it is. It's 7-2 for you. I think that's. I'm not talking about. Scott M says, any tweets with all the trophies and titles Bayern have that we don't and never will? Well, we don't play in the Bundesliga, so we won't. We also don't compete in the DF Pokal or whatever that's called. We also don't compete in the So there's really only one crossover tournament that they could use. But you know what, Scott? I like the enthusiasm. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the enthusiasm. Harry needs a homie. Hold that. Y'all get him the Eric Dier. He needs a golf friend. A $5 million caddy is what Harry Kane needs. And Bayern said, don't worry, we'll get that for you. And you know what? Not even a 21-year-old with his whole future ahead of him said, yeah, my future will grow in Bundesliga. Yeah, that's where I need to grow and flourish. No.
All that stuff. No, not for him.
Hoch soll sie leben, hoch soll sie leben, dreimal hoch. Yeah, hold that, Frau Olsen. Said I didn't learn shit in German class. Hold that. Yeah. She said, you ain't learned nothing. And I said, hoch soll sie leben, hoch soll sie leben. I think it's happy birthday, if I remember correctly. That's how you say happy birthday. It's like a happy birthday song, I think. And we've got the Audi Cup, damn it. Lest we forget the Audi Cup, the Walter Toll, most recently, the Tiger Cup.
Tiger Cup. Sprayed quickly with yellow or gold effect paint.
It was great. Richarlison holding it up. We had a good time.
I use it in the titles of my streams. Because it's the last trophy we won. Why not?
Yeah. And, you know, I do got to end the show. My wife needs my help. We need to get dinner sorted, and I'm late for a prior thing. But the last thing I do want to share here, and let me Just give me 1 second because I need to stop sharing that, and then I need to share this. Nate sent me this, and this is the last thing I want to talk about. It is, so the details on Dragusin's move from his agent. Dragusin's agent appeared live on the #1 show here in Romania to talk about the move, and here are the most interesting bits. All right, y'all ready? Hang on, let me see if I can zoom in on this more. I can't. The most expensive transfer in the history of Romania, 30 million with bonuses. Medical tests at Spurs grounds were passed. He's on his way right now to do another set at a private facility somewhere else. They're going to go give him the old, let me see, cough and turn your head. Let me see what the temperature is, sonny. That's what they're going to do. So they took him to an undisclosed location. The agent is drinking, quote, good ass coffee at the Spurs ground for free right now. That's what he said he said, I'm drinking some good ass coffee.
What a baller.
What a guy.
What
a guy. Drinking some good ass coffee at Spurs grounds for free right now.
LMAO.
Deal was finalized officially around 3 a.m. Levy stood up and called the agent in the middle of the night. So Levy talking to this guy in the middle of the night. How does he know he stood up? Yeah. How does he know?
Hello, it's Daniel Levy, sir. It's Daniel Levy.
Everyone here from my prior engagement, I'm sorry that I'm late, Corbin, Perkins, and Grace. I do have for those of you that don't know, I do dabble in the D&D realm, and we've been successfully a D&D group for longer than my son's been alive, so that's quite phenomenal. I am wrapping up the show after this. I will be there very, very shortly. It also says here, per the agent, it was Draguski's choice to come to Tottenham Hotspur. He talked to both Tuchel and Ainge, but Ainge was more convincing. Yes! Ainge was more convincing. Winning trophies at Bayern would not have been fulfilling if he is on the bench, so we did not get a person who wants trophies by riding the coattails. A example in which you might say, Calvin Phillips, why did you leave Leeds? You left them to die and go to the championship while you went on to win a treble in which you played, I think, 27 minutes. Very, very nice. But Draguski's not that kind of guy. So let's keep seeing what else they said here. And this is in a red square box. So I'm assuming Nate, big up Nate Pie, my one of my sources out there in Australia, says he's going to start against United. This is more of a hunch from the agent, but nothing has been confirmed. But it's looking like he will start versus Manchester United at the weekend. Talk to me nicely.
But who the fuck does this guy think he is? You know,
he's a person who said his client is, quote, tall, fast, strong, and young. He's tailor-made for the Premier League.
There, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wow.
He said that.
You couldn't tell that.
He said that. I did DM once. I wasn't very good at it. The guy that the group I play with, the DM, he's really good. The agent also says, one time the agent said that, quote, 6 or so months ago, no pundit show was calling me to talk about Draguski, and I did not understand why. The host of the show apologizes and agrees that people were overlooking Draguskin.
Now they all want to talk to me.
Now they want to talk to me. You didn't want to talk to me last week, but now you want to talk.
Drinking.
Talk to me now.
I'm drinking good ass coffee at Spurs so for free. The best bit is I didn't even have to fucking pay for it.
It's free.
Free.
Fucking rat, man. He says, when asked, quote, where do you see your player in 5 years, the end of the contract duration, he said, Real Madrid. Where do you see your player? Again, doesn't sound like he said Bayern, but he sees his client at the end of his contract with Tottenham Hotspur going to Real Madrid. We'll find out if he's good enough.
Well, in 5 years, if we've won 4 Champions Leagues by then, he ain't going anywhere, is he?
Yeah. I thought this was fun. I thought this was a lot of fun. Lauren, this is not a joke. This is from Reddit. Details. This is Draguskin's agent appearing on the #1 show in Romania. Hello, my wife. I'm in trouble. I've been texting you. I'm sorry. Is it? Okay, I'll respond right now. I'm so sorry. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Not with us, you're not. Stay here. We love you.
Everyone loves me here. Big up Demetrio says the Hotspur hippie is hilarious. Yeah, he is very hilarious. Absolutely.
Yeah, Sue.
Look, this was fun while it lasted. We almost went 2 hours. Chewy's out of here too. Chewy fucking left. Everyone's
got half
leaving.
a
They're
Chewy
turning off the. You know, you got half of a Chewy. I've got zero of a Chewy. This is the part of the night where they're turning on the lights. Like, all right, you fucking weirdos, go home. And we're like, let's keep partying.
Kegger. Chug,
Bro,
chug.
I'm in trouble. What did I do? I'm in trouble. I'm in forever. But guess what? It's Happy Dragusin Day. And it will always be Happy Dragusin Day. But before I say goodbye, I would be remiss if I didn't say thank you to the financial contributors to the show tonight. And J. Coe with the first super chat, Talking Ball with the second, and he joined. And you can find the link to his channel in the description of this video. Go subscribe to Talking Ball. Got a great slew of hosts over there. Register Kev with the third super chat. Fourth super chat goes to the Football Corner. That's Saad. And I'll be bantering him on El Akhwa tomorrow evening. Chang with the 5 gifted memberships. Adrian Chia with the super chat. KH, first time super chatter from Korea. Big up all the way from Texas all the way to Korea.
Guess what?
Chang,
I'm at Real Madrid, and they've given me sandwiches that are cut into little triangles for free.
I'm telling my wife steak burritos. Carne asada. 3. Fajita steak. I mean, that's what I mean. Sorry. She's gonna get mad at me. But big up to Chang gifting memberships and then also super chatting Spurs the greatest for picking up that Lovers Lane membership. Big up Spurs the greatest, and Shafay with the final super chat of the evening. I do appreciate every single one of you just parting ways with your hard-earned money and giving it over here. Good night, my friend. Happy wife, happy life. Yep, I do got to go sort that part out. But look, as always, I hope, number one, you've enjoyed this because I've had a great time. Today is Radu Dragusin Day, and I'm going to celebrate all the way to the motherfucking bank because guess what? Tottenham are bigger than Bayern. But, Paul, do you have any final thoughts before we say goodbye?
No, it's been well worth my time because I've gained not 1, not 2, but 3 subscribers from doing this. So, and because your channel's flying so high at the moment, I've got to keep coming on because you've got more subs than me, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
that was the contract you signed. And like Levy
hell.
and Kane, I will not fucking part ways
Just let
until
me go.
blood is shed.
Can you let me go?
No, I forced this guy to redesign his entire wall to resemble the continuity that we have here. If you show your fucking wall one more time, Paul, you're not getting any dinner.
Oops, sorry. It just
Look, I've had a blast. If you haven't hit a like, please do on your way out or don't. It's up to you. Gonna end the poll. Let's see who was the winner. Ding, ding. 290 votes. 44% says our man Bun Energy manifested this. That is the winner. And if you voted that, you are a winner. And big up to the 221 of y'all that did like the video. It's absolutely free. It's massive and it's great for the channel. So appreciate that. Thank you so much. But look, make sure you are subscribed to the Hotspur Hippie. Is in the description of this video. Make sure you are subscribed to Talking Ball with Call. That is also in the description of this video. And if you're on Twitter, X, whatever they want to call it, make sure you are following J-rated R. And the R stands for Rrr. So talk to me nicely every single time. And to those of you who are like, why are you celebrating this, Jacob? It's just a player sign.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace. But I do actually want to seriously say, look, I've appreciated all the support. I hope y'all still come back when the transfer window ends. We'll find out. But look, y'all have been absolutely massive. Make sure you have, as well, another free way, I haven't mentioned it yet, that you can help out the channel. You can share this video with your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your janitor, your neighbor, your postman, the milkman, if they still have those, the tea lady. Make sure you share it with the tea lady. You share it to those 10 people, and then guess what? This channel will grow. And that's a free way you can help this channel. But big up to everyone who did financially donate to this
come
channel.
knocking on your door. Say, let's swap. I'll read your book.
I'll read your book. You subscribe to the channel. Yeah.
That's it. They'll do anything for a soul.
Yeah, he doesn't even watch the streams, but yeah, he commented on one of my streams, which is weird because he claimed, "Well, I don't watch the guy," but he does. So big up Lee. I appreciate you for giving me this clip that I love so much.
Destiny Adoji. Oh, yes. Oh, Destiny Adoji Day. Hey. Idiots, man.
Kai Havertz Day.
It's Kai Havertz Day.
It's
Yay.
Nice day.
Hold that to the highest degree. But big up to everybody in the chat, no matter who you support. I'm glad that you're here supporting United Spurs of America, and I can't thank you enough. So honestly, I'm going to sign this off in the same way that I always sign this off. And I'm going to say, number one, make sure you stay blessed in life, in family, and in love, and in health and fortune. And secondly, stay fresh because, hey, you never know when the pew pew is going to be taking photos. Make sure you, hey, hold up now. And third, up the lads, and come on, you Spurs. I'm not on the outro. Hang on, keep going.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.
You and donkeys are the same. What is the difference between you and a donkey? The donkey